We all share the same world, but there's unseen worlds, different layers, and deep underneath, there's a world of brick kilns and gold mines, filled with tens of millions of people who are enslaved.
We are going to open your eyes to see this world as we come face to face with slavery.
We are Jordan and Cassie Timpey, photographers and filmmakers.
We had the amazing opportunity to document the work of Free the Slaves, an organization fighting to end modern-day slavery around the world. We had no idea what to expect, but we traveled to 4 different countries and saw many forms of slavery. And now, here we are at the end of our journey in Ghana.
We're at the Cape Coast Castle, the site of the Door of No Return, where millions of Africans passed through on the slave ships, never to see Africa again.
We see so many obvious parallels between historical slavery and modern-day slavery and trafficking, but the biggest difference is that here, slavery was in the open. Today, slavery and trafficking is hidden, unseen, nearly invisible.
Today, the doors of no return are places like unmonitored borders, such as the one we saw between Nepal and India, where people are tricked with the promise of employment only to find themselves trapped.
धोकामा परे त मलाई आफ्नै फुपूले बेचे भने तिम्रो त कसको हातमा जान्छ कसको हातमा
मेरो घर अब यहाँ हाम्रो घरदेखि चाहिँ 10 मिनेट 5 मिनेट अगाडि यही बोर्डर नजिकै भएको हुनाले यही बाटोमा कुनै किसिमको त्यस्तो चेकपोस्ट केही नभएको हुनाले यो बाटोबाट दलालले धेरै दिदीबहिनीहरू ओसार पसार गरिरहेको भएर त्यसै बाटोमा त्यही बाटोमा म पनि अब परेर दलालको फन्दामा परेर अब
तर मुखमा थुक्ने हड्डी मासु खाने यस्तै हड्डी फाल्दिने मुखमा आङमा भात सबै प्लेटको उल्टिदिने त्यस्तो गर्ने पिट्ने गर्थे 5 बजेदेखि 1 बजे रात 1-1.5 बजेसम्म राति काम गर्थे अनि पैसा नदिने
This was our first time working with slavery survivors and seeing Free the Slaves work on the ground. We heard so many heartbreaking stories like those of Seema and Kamala, but we saw the positive change that can come out of it when local grassroots partners help empower survivors.
I always wanted to work for women's rights and the rights for the most marginalized of my country, and trafficking and slavery survivors are the most deprived. So I want to help them to stand up in their life. Hi, I'm Neelam Sharma. I work with Free the Slaves as a country director for Nepal program. One of our local partner is Shakti Samuha.
शक्ति समूह चाहिँ बेचबिखनबाट प्रभावित महिलाहरूद्वारा खोलिएको विश्वकै पहिलो संस्था हो र म आफू पनि बेचबिखनमा परेको म प्रभावित सदस्य हो शक्ति समूहको त्यसैले चाहिँ मैले पनि शक्ति समूहमा काम गरेको छु पुनरेकीकरण कानुनी सहयोग अनि स्वदेश फिर्ती संरक्षण रोकथाम यो विषयमा चाहिँ काम गर्छु
परायसो विदेश गएर आएको महिलाहरूलाई अब घर परिवारले कतिपय अवस्थामा नसम्हाल्ने सोचाइ पनि नराम्रो हुने त्यही भएको भएर शक्ति समूहमा अब गएर कुनै तालिमहरू सिकेर कुनै अब सिपहरू सिकेर अथवा शक्ति समूहबाट कुनै केही कुराहरू जानकारी लिएर हामी पनि आफ्नो परिवारसँग गाउँ समाजसँग हेलमेल भएर बस्न सक्छौँ भन्ने लाएर अनि शक्ति समूहमा
जस्तो हाम्रो यो जिल्ला 3वटा जिल्लाको अनुभवमा चाहिँ हैन मैले जति पनि दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई भेटे उहाँहरुको प्राय समस्या के भनेपछि सानसाना छोराछोरीहरू उहाँहरुको सबैको अनि शिक्षा दीक्षा दिनुपर्ने छोराछोरीलाई उहाँहरु चाहिँ वैदेशिक रोजगारमा जान चाहने त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ अहिले के गरिरा छौं भनेपछि उहाँहरुलाई जुन त्यो आइजी सपोर्ट भनेर हैन आय आर्जन सहयोग जुन गरेका छौं समूहमा हैन अनि उहाँहरुको छोराछोरीलाई पनि स्कुल सपोर्ट गरेका छौं
निर्व्याज दिनुहुन्छ त्यो निर्व्याज खेलाउँछ बेचबिखनमा नपरुन् भनेर गाउँ गाउँमा भन्दै हिन्छु र भित्तामा त्यो पत्रहरु चित्र बनाएर दिनुहुन्छ सरहरुले ठुलो फाइलहरु कागजहरु अब टाइम पुगाएर जानु वहाँ गयो जान्छ अनि त्यही दिदीहरूले कुरा बुझ्नुहुन्छ त्यही पैसा मतलब
सायद एफटीएस हुँदैन थियो भने हाम्रो यो जिल्लामा चाहिँ हामीले काम गर्न पाउँदैन थियौं.
All of our programs are co-implemented by Free the Slaves and Shakti. I visit rural areas frequently to oversee how the program is going and how we can enhance the overall program quality. I feel very satisfied when I visit these women's groups. They perform a lot of activities. They are vocal and they fight for their rights. They create a lot of awareness to other people. When I see these women being empowered, it empowers me.
आफू पनि त्यसमा परेको भएर चाहिँ यो विषयमा चाहिँ एकदमै अन्त्य गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने मेरो सोच. हैन मानव बेचबिखन चाहिँ अब हुनु हुँदैन भन्ने मेरो सोच र यसमा चाहिँ एउटा व्यक्तिले लागेर पनि हुँदैन एउटा गाउँ समाज लागेर हुँदैन सबै लाग्नुपर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ यसमा छु म.
It was there in Nepal that we first saw the effectiveness of the Free the Slaves model of working with already established grassroots partners, and we continued to see this model when we went to India. A key element in this model is the Free the Slaves country director, and when we were introduced to Supriya, we understood why the India program is so successful.
It was simply a call. I always wanted to do something like this, because I could see something changing in front of me, the people's life. That was my dream. My name is Supriya Awasthi and I work with Free the Slaves as South Asia Director. I work with grassroots groups who bring people together to come out from slavery into freedom. One of our partners, MSCMVS, they work with border labor or slave labor.
MSCMVS basically believes in rescue, rehabilitation and reintegration, along with the prevention, prosecution and conviction of the slaveholders and traffickers. The root causes of slavery which we find in the community is not only the poverty but also denial of basic rights.
The nature of Brooklyn is such that people who are working there are entirely in slavery. And the reason for this is that this whole industry is controlled by violence and threat. How we define slavery is anybody who is held physically under violence, are not paid or paid below minimum wages. This is all illegal. They probably know, but they don't have the courage to come out of it until MSCMVS field workers reach to them. And that is the time when they start realizing how they can change their situation.
One village has become a legend after Free the Slaves and MSCMVS helped them to escape slavery. The village of Sakdori not only gained their own freedom, but now works to help others do the same.
बंधुआ में और सब रह जा कई लोग रहना बंधुआ में कोई लिया गल हमके वहाँ कि चला यहाँ बढ़िया मालिक हो वहाँ अपन गईली काम कर तो वहाँ अपन ठीक से पानी न दे न ठीक से गोईठी दे न ठीक से ईंधन दे न ठीक से हफ्ता दे खुराकी दे उनके मारपीट दे मारे के धमकी दे यही में फंसा रही
मालिक और मुझसे कि नहीं काम करो तो तुमको भट्टा में फेंक देंगे हम मरने के बाद हम लोग कार्रवाई कर दिए हैं
अखिलेश सर जी के फ़ोन कर गल अखिलेश सर जी आना और सत्यजीत आना और आप आनी और उठे और मैडम जी रहनी अब
When we actually drove to the village where people were rescued, there was a dead silence. They were scared to come out. And I told them that you come out, there will be no fear. You will be safe, we are here, and we will ensure that you get justice, that you will be freed. When we got back from the Brooklyn after freeing these people, we did help them to organize. They were able to access their rights. They had the livelihood to sustain. But it was a process which took 2 to 3 years. And today I'm back in this village and I can see them that they are fully matured as that they have been able to access all their rights.
हम लोग के बताएं साहब कि आप उनसे जुड़ेंगे तो हम लोग का जितना है अधिकार भागेगा आगे। वही से हम लोग मीटिंग करते हैं गांव-गांव में। 10 लोग बुला के 20 लोग बुला के अपने जितना बंधुआ हैं उसको बुला के अपने घर पर मीटिंग करते हैं। हम लोग आज़ाद हैं। अभी काम करते हैं, अभी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हम लोग बंधुआ में नहीं हैं। अपने जिम्मेदारी से 200-100 रुपया काम करते हैं दिन भर में। अपने घर पर आके सुखी से खाते हैं।
घर आए तो हम लोग को ऐसा लगा कि चलो मुक्ति तो मिल गया, अब ठीक ठाक से अब आज़ाद होकर अपन काम धंधा कर ली।
हम लोग कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हम आज़ाद हैं।
It was inspiring to see the village of Sakdori now living in freedom, and it's even more incredible when you understand what they overcame. At a different village, we saw firsthand the conditions that people are forced into at these brick kilns and heard more slavery stories. But we saw great hope as they build their freedom brick by brick.
भट्ठा पे लेके चल गली, दबर की मड़ैया फूक के ढकेल दे, दबर के कुल सर समारा वही में फेंक दे, जर जा हमने इनका। वहाँ से छूट गई तब ना आजाद में भैली ना, तो बड़ी परेशानी बड़ी दुर्गत कैले। बदुआ रही मैंने तब के मारतो पीटतो रहल साहेब, तो हमने केहू से न कहीं। हमनों के गोल में कर आदमी मर गए ना, ये खड़ता खड़ता भट्ठवा मार
मारा पीटा हमारे भाई के थोक के चटौला ऑफिस में बंद करके। साहब वही डर के मरले हम वहाँ से चले। 4-5 साल काम वहाँ कर रहे।
4 महीना के 5 महीना थे। वो तो हम लोग नहीं भागे थे, बाकी हमारी पत्नी का ढेर बहुत हालत ख़राब हो गया था, सीरियस हो गया था। वो तो पैसा मांगे नहीं मिला, फिर गाड़ी आए सब मारे पीटे।
People in slavery have to be rescued. The whole approach of these slaves and the partners is not to just free them, but to sustain the freedom. We do not give any high dreams or big dreams to the communities who are freed, because we want them to have those dreams and then realize them. And the CVC in the village wanted to realize their dream of being an owner of their own brickland. And they came up with idea together. They started from one brick.
बहुत अंतर भैया, बहुत अंतर है कि तो घर का बात है ना, घर के मामले में हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं जमकर। सोच रहे हैं कि बाल बच्चे की भी सुखी से से हम लोग अब से मतलब कि सुख से तक आगे भी चल के सुख से रह जाए।
हम लोग का भट्ठा अच्छा लगा था, मतलब और 2-4-10 लोग के लिए आँखें यहाँ हटा लेते और अच्छा लगे।
हम लोग के माने यही रखता है कि हम लोग ये राम जानकी जैसे वो लोग जोड़े हैं जैसे जोड़ी पर सब पात रहे थे।
जिंदगी में मकान बनावल जाए, अपन करल खाल जाए
सर, इसलिए हम लोग कहीं से आगे बढ़े।
हमारे बदे ईटा का मतलब बहुत आज़ाद बा।
This was a truly amazing experience. Seeing people who were once enslaved to make bricks, now coming out of slavery and deciding to start their own brick kiln, using those same skills that once enslaved them to ensure their economic freedom.
We saw a similar hope in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where economics were used to train slavery survivors to prevent them from becoming susceptible to slavery again.
Na ushu nianze hii kazi nikatumika mkariere. Nikatumika mkariere, nikatumika kule kazi ya nguvu sana. Kwa tumikaa asubuhi tunarudia magharibi hatutapata frank. Nikasikia kama Sodipe shakuwa sensibilize watu hapa Ruwaya. Ndio nikaingia na tukana information ya Sodipe. Mbele sikuwa jua nyola, mais Sodipe ndio nifundishaka. Kazi niko nafanya mwa siku ni kazi ya salon. Tulimalizaka akatupatia vio, kiti, tondeze na groupe.
ASODIP qui veut dire Association pour le développement des initiatives paysannes. Cette association travaille dans le cadre de la lutte contre l'esclavage moderne. Pour combattre les nouvelles formes de l'esclavage, ASODIP utilise une approche communautaire. En fait, dans ASODIP, nous avons un programme intitulé Activités génératrices de revenus. Et dans le programme que nous exécutons en collaboration avec Free the Slave, cette activité sert à faire la réinsertion socio-économique des survivants de l'esclavage moderne. Alors ce programme a deux volets. Le premier volet, c'est la réinsertion des survivants après la formation en métier. Les filles, on leur apprend comment coudre. Les garçons, enseigner comment coiffer pour la coiffure. Et le second volet, c'est alors l'approche Misopec. Du côté des Misopec, des mutuelles de solidarité paysanne d'épargne et de crédit, ils sont également affectés par les formes modernes de l'esclavage. Et à l'issue de cette approche, nous leur montrons comment c'est possible que l'on puisse accroître son revenu sans forcément passer par l'esclavage moderne.
Juu walisema kase inafika ya maendeleo na mimi ndio nikikuya kwa natufundisha. Sasa nilienda mkikundi, franga zile walinipatia, sasa nilituruza nikitosha mtoto mkariere na hivi nasomea Goma.
ASODIP, sa vision c'est de soutenir les paysans. Par l'approche communautaire, la communauté puisse arriver à se relever.
We had the opportunity to see an entire village becoming aware of the issue of modern-day slavery through an unexpected medium in a rural village of the DRC, where electricity is non-existent unless you have a generator.
Beaucoup d'études ont été menées et ont démontré qu'il y avait la pratique de l'esclavage, mais d'une autre manière, sur le territoire de la République démocratique du Congo. Beaucoup de personnes ont été forcées de travailler parce qu'ils n'ont pas payé leurs dettes. Beaucoup d'enfants ont été forcés de travailler parce qu'ils vivaient dans des familles pauvres. Beaucoup de filles ont été forcées d'avoir des relations sexuelles. Cette Fokamon Ground a signé un contrat de partenariat avec Free the Slaves pour mettre en œuvre un projet de lutte contre les formes modernes d'esclavage. La stratégie que nous utilisons, c'est par rapport à la mobilisation des communautés. Et on utilise la radio, on utilise les projections cinéma mobile, on utilise des formations pour que nous arrivions à atteindre toutes les couches des communautés. Cette Fokamon Ground a collaboré avec Free the Slaves dans le développement du script du film. L'intitulé du film est Hatuko Watumwa, qui veut dire We are not slaves. Le film que nous avons développé, c'est une fiction qui interpelle les gens. Après, on a eu une version du script finalisée et acceptée par tous les partenaires. Voilà, et le film a été réalisé par une maison de production que nous avons identifiée à Goma, qui s'appelle Hollywood.
Quand je me retrouve travailler dans un tel projet, vraiment je suis fier. Et nous avons intervenu côté technique, donc l'adaptation technique du film en tant que réalisateur. Avant le film L'esclavage moderne, on n'était même pas au courant de ça.
Le film encourage également les communautés à se mettre ensemble et dans la lutte contre les formes modernes d'esclavage. Et on commence d'abord par projeter les films. Après la projection, il y a un débat. Et la première question que nous posons aux communautés, c'est de savoir est-ce que ce problème est réel dans votre communauté? Et les communautés crient oui, il y a ce problème-là. Et d'ailleurs, commencent à citer certaines personnes. Après, on appelle un des participants à venir parler de son expérience.
En rapport avec le cinéma d'hier, je vis que vraiment c'est constituant, surtout dans notre milieu de Rubaya et ses environs, un milieu dans lequel il y a des carrés miniers, mais malgré cela, ces carrés miniers, il faut passer des travaux forcés à des enfants.
Hii film normalement ilituinspire vitu vya mingi sana, na ukiona mzuri si enjo tulikuwa concerned sana.
Mimi napashwa nifanye nilikuwa na conseil ndio kupatia tu wa rafiki yangu kwa mashauri wasikuwa naenda mawili tu. Mimi nauliza mimi nini imefanyika sasa?
Le film va plus contribuer aux connaissances des communautés sur la pratique de l'esclavage. Le film va aider les communautés à se mettre ensemble et à mener des actions contre cette maladie.
It can be hard for parents and children in extreme poverty to look past their immediate needs, which is why you often see so many children working in the mines, rather than going to school. Like in the Congo, Ghana is also rich in minerals and struggles with children working in dangerous conditions rather than continuing their education. While the Congo is rich in minerals that are needed for nearly every cell phone produced, in Ghana, it's a much older demand that exists. Mining for gold.
Gold mining has been a traditional trade of the people of Ghana. The conditions in the unlicensed gold mining sites are deplorable, especially for children. And of course, we also have the issue of bonded labor. Now, there is a high preference for children because children do not have a bargaining power. They don't determine the rate that they want to take. You know, they are often assigned any role, but for the most part, you find children engaged in the process of the washing, grinding, and also processing the grounded ore and mixing the mercury. So basically, children are engaged in one of the most dangerous parts of the mining operation.
The most complex situation about child slavery in mining is that sometimes it's difficult to actually identify it when you come face to face with it. Through our work, we have realized that child slavery actually exists in mining communities. We need to rather build people's capacity to be able to see it when they come face to face with it.
Basic rights.
What FTS and its grassroots partners does is to allow community to participatorily select representatives for FTS and the grassroots partner to train. They then go back to their various communities to start mobilizing people for action.
Oh, me dear, me did the work. I am a hoa, semi boa, I'm a chrono, and Kuala woman. You bet you on choir, on the Fasua, on Bay Adia, at Yem Fakorebi, and call how Bimu. A woman on the brain, you see, and Ukraine, a boy ye, and someone will book no more. A idea, you cree. If you cause a fat and Kuala, Galamsey, ye, any ade, and Kuala do me a Jumadin, Nina, a bifa cream. And nam sad the way ye intin, learning group, you swing cratan intin, ama, a bin much on home free, Galamsey no.
The curriculum, I would say, is the heart of the Child Rights Project. because it is what generates community discussion, what generates the desire to change people's attitude.
Now, because the books are just tailored for adult use, we also engage with the children in a different line. So children are formed into child rights clubs. They are given various education on slavery, on trafficking, on the effects of response of child labor.
We now have children who are actually demanding their basic rights from duty bearers through the child rights clubs that we form in the communities. We have learning groups actually following up on their action plans, moving on to district assemblies, engaging the district authorities to demand some of the things that they have the right to.
What I hope to see as a result of our program intervention in the mining areas is to see every child of school-going age in school. So I would say a lot is being done, but a lot more needs to be done in the area of child protection.
It was an honor to be able to meet and document these people's lives and the issue of slavery in Ghana. It's not one organization alone that makes a dent in this problem, it's individuals making all the difference. In order to have a chance at fighting modern-day slavery worldwide, Free the Slaves needs passionate field workers on the ground standing up against these injustices. By partnering with already established grassroots organizations, they find people whose hearts are close to the issue and who truly want to make a difference for their country and for the world.
I'm generally passionate about development. I'm passionate about seeing smiles on the less privileged people. I'm passionate about changing people's situation and making them realize that they could all be in a better world that we all enjoy. I don't get tired doing it, and I don't see it as a job because I love doing it. FTS have a very interesting model in working with partners in Ghana. FTS believe in building capacity of grassroots partners to lead the development processes within their own area. For example, the Child Rights Project. FTS is working with MEHOSO, that's Mission of Hope.
The partnership with Free the Slaves is very important because, one, it builds the capacity of the grassroots organization, that is MEHOSO International, from advocacy to community development work. Then we are the direct implementers at the grounds. In Ghana, we are looking out for a future where children are free from all kinds of exploitation, child labor, trafficking. We want to see that children are free to go to school, we have access to health care, and then they are free.
This project has shown a lot of results. The idea is that we want to see MEHOSO grow as a grassroots organization that could stand on its own without FTS in a few years to come. It's the same process we have for PDA, which is Participatory Development Associates.
I always go by the slogan, everyone matters. PDA wants to involve people in a participatory way, building their capacities for their own development. Without PDA's connection with the communities, it would have been difficult for some of us to have the opportunity to meet the community members and talk to them about social issues. But now there is a collective resistance in the communities that we operate in.
FTS, with its grassroots partners, believe that communities need to lead their own development process. And for any development to happen in the community, it must come from the community.
From child protection in Ghana to survivor aftercare in Nepal to community awareness in the Congo, Free the Slaves has different approaches for each place they work. The common thread for all is community empowerment, and through this empowerment, we see a better hope for the world.
Here we are at the end of this journey, and we've seen so much. But this is just one small piece of a huge global problem that often goes unseen. Now that you and I have come face to face with slavery, we need to work together to end this problem.
Our hope is that future generations will be able to look back on this problem like we look back on this castle and the transatlantic slave trade, a sad piece of history that's ended.